Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot, with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. First, I would love to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey with me. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you, and if you are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic selves. We do things completely differently here on this channel, so with that in mind, if it does happen to resonate, it would mean the world to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, please check out the description box. It will have everything that you need. Disclaimer, they are mowing the lawn today, so I waited until they finished mowing this area right next to me. However, I'm sure you can probably hear it in the background because I'm right next to these two gigantic fields, and so they will be going back and forth for at least a little while. Hopefully once we get really onto your readings, it will quiet down a little bit. So today's reading, as promised, is why are women secretly attracted to you? I really felt like I needed to do these back to back. So why are men secretly attracted to you and why are women secretly attracted to you? Because they are both highly requested. And I just want to make sure that everybody gets to be involved in it, right? Because they're fun, entertaining readings, and it's not fair just to do one side, because I know that there is the LGBTQ plus community, as well as there are men who watch, there are women who watch, there are non-binary who watch, and whatever, right? So yeah, we're just including everybody. I'm going to be using the Animal Spirit Oracle by Kim Kranz, and let's hop into your prayer first, and we'll go ahead and get your reading underway. Alright, my beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading, whether it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. You know, across the collective, there's this feeling that we've done so much and we've come so far, but we're still, feels like we're missing something. It still feels like maybe we have so much more to do, or that we have so much more to achieve before we can celebrate where we're at. And this is the illusion. This is the illusion we've been holding true to. This is the illusion that has filled not only our lives, but our ancestors' lives. And it's something that is very difficult to let go of. And it's something that is really weighing heavily on our hearts. To remind ourselves that if we sit in the stillness, as we are in this moment, we are enough. We are amazing, we are beautiful, we are handsome, we are unique, we are incredible and magnificent, we're mystical, and that we can trust where our intuition is leading us, and we can trust where our hearts want to go. And of course, while these readings are always entertaining, I hope that they remind us of our innate worth and our innate value, and that there are people out there who do truly see us at our core. That even though maybe our lives have been spent struggling with people who undervalue us, or people who don't appreciate us, and people who are only using us, that doesn't mean that the equal and opposite doesn't exist. Because that's the world of contrast. Both sides have to exist. And may this help guide us to embracing the truth that's on our soul. That we are strong and powerful and courageous. And that there are people out there. Our tribe, our friends, our family, even if not by blood, that do truly wish to see us at our best and will always cheer us on, even if it is from the shadows. As these words are spoken upon this tribe and onto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna open up this other window. I think they've gotten far enough away where it's not so loud. They're really fast, and so they're not gonna hang around for too long. They really do this whole place in like under an hour. It's pretty impressive. So let me move this out of the way, maybe. And let's give this a shuffle. All right, source, what wild unknown animal oracle card is going to help us better understand why women are secretly attracted to my fellow humans? Why are women secretly attracted to my fellow human, source? What wild unknown animal oracle card is going to help us better understand why women are secretly attracted to my fellow humans? What would you like to share with us? Thank you. Why are women secretly attracted to my fellow humans? Someone here's a singer, came in, or into music, plays an instrument. And there might be a philosopher here too, someone who has a really deep mind and really likes to share that part of themselves. All right, source, for pile number, hold on. I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay, now it's better, I think. Hold on just a second. Okay, now he's on the other side, so it's not going to be so loud. So for pile number 1, source, what wild unknown animal oracle card is going to help us better understand why women are attracted secretly to pile 1? Thank you. For pile number 2, source, what wild unknown animal oracle card is going to help us better understand why women are secretly attracted to pile number 2? Thank you. And for pile number 3, source, what wild unknown animal oracle card is going to help us better understand why women are secretly attracted to pile number 3? Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 3? Thank you. All right, collective energy. On the bottom, we have raccoon. So honestly, this is giving me the dark and mysterious type. Like, you only come out at night, right? Freaks come out at night. What? Freaks come out at night. Okay, so back to the reading. That was funny. It came in so clear. Yeah, you're someone who's incredibly mysterious. And, like, I feel like there's a side of you that you present to the world that you don't, like, it's not necessarily a cover-up, but it's like maybe you work in a really professional setting, or you have to be very serious all the time for your job, for your work. And then when you go home, you're a different person. And I feel like there's women who have seen that side of you, and they really like that when it, you know, taking care of business, right? Taking care of business. Okay, music, right? We had music coming in already. And so, yeah, when you need to take care of business, you take care of business. But when business is said and done and the books are closed, like, you know, let down your hair, basically, as a metaphor here. You grab the whiskey or the bourbon and you pop a bottle and you're like, let's have a good time, and you're ready to party. And you might be a bit on the wild side and a little bit of a troublemaker here too, is what I'm getting. So that's something else that women, that's why they're secretly attracted to you, is because it's like almost like bad boy, bad girl energy, right? Or bad person energy. It's like there's this underlying, like, oh, there's someone that is probably not good for me, but I can't help but be attracted to them. Not that you're toxic or anything like that, but there's like that underlying, you know, when you think of James Dean and you know, what's his name from Greece? You know, when you think of characters like that, just in that, it's like that bad boy energy. It's like, oh, I probably shouldn't, but you know you're going to have a lot of fun with them. And that's the energy. And so they know that you're going to help them kind of let loose and get a little wild, and especially if they're really like good girls or if they're really preppy girls, or if they're really like goody two shoes. That's like their overall identity. they're stuck with that energy, like, I gotta be good, I have to be good all the time. I'm also getting like highly religious women here are coming in, where it's like they see you as someone who walks the line or walks on the edge of a sword, walks on the edge of a knife, and that is enticing to them because it helps them to live instead of being so rigid when it comes to their religion, or when it comes to their rituals, even, right? Their practices. So let's see what Raccoon says in the book. All right, so Raccoon, where are you at, me friend? Where are you at, me friend? Me friend? Yeah, talented. Okay, so that makes sense that music was coming in. So they see you as someone who's very talented, and that's something they're secretly attracted to. Talented, shadowy, in hiding. Exactly what I was saying. It's like you are a different person in the day than you are at night. It's like you literally are the example of night and day in a person. It says raccoon energy is at play within all artists. I love that this came out. To greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success, sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. That's exactly what I was feeling. I love this confirmation. Okay, so other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. So when in balance, you're generous friend and an exceptional artist. When out of balance, you can be competitive or the starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. So a new project. Wow, I love that. What a great confirmation to the energy I was getting while we were shuffling. Kept coming in. It was really strong. All right, so let me get this set up for you. And I know that we have Sagittarius here. I just picked it up and rolled it, and that's what came in. So if you're Sagittarius and you're drawn to the Sagittarius energy, that is perfectly okay. Just know that this isn't just a pile for Sagittarius, okay? All right, so let me focus here. We've got, for pile number 1, we've got this dice with Venus on it. Okay. We have this green aventurine for you to choose from. Pile number 2, we have this dice with the first house on it. We have this yellow jasper for you to choose from. And pile number 3, we have this dice with Sagittarius on it. Or we have this bloodstone for you to choose from. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And whichever pile you feel drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that, I will see you over there. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this green aventurine, or if you were drawn to this dice with Venus on it, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be a reading on why are women secretly attracted to you. First, I would like to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey with me. I am truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And if you are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic selves. We do things completely differently here on this channel. So with that being said, if the message does happen to resonate with you, it would mean the world to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. Now, really quickly, before I do hop into it, I would like to mention that this is a tandem reading. So this is in tandem to the Why Are Men Secretly Attracted to You? So if you're interested, check that one out. I posted it 2 days ago, and I wanted to do these back to back because I oftentimes do the men one, and I get a lot of requests for women as well. So from now on, when I do post these, they should be in tandem with one another moving forward. You know, they'll come out every once in a while, and it's just something that you can look forward to. But if you are interested in checking out the other one, it will be there. So if not, if you're just looking forward to the women one, then know that they will come out together moving forward on the channel, okay? Awesome. So let's go ahead and get to it and find out, source, why are women secretly attracted to pile number 1? What would you like to share with us today? Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 1? What messages do you have for us today, source? Pile number 1. Are you a Scorpio? Because hello. We've got the 8th house, Scorpio, and Pluto. So, all Scorpio energy, you are mysterious. And if you did not catch the collective reading at the beginning, I highly recommend it. If you don't feel called to, that is perfectly okay. But I do, yeah, because there might be some additional messages for you there. You are someone that is very, very mysterious, and I feel like they are attracted to that mystery, and they're also attracted to the fact that you're seen as someone who keeps secrets, and they want to know what those secrets are. Like, what are you hiding from me? And I want to know who you are at a deeper level. Not a lot of people get close to you. And especially if they're strangers, like even fewer strangers get to be let into that doorway. And that's fine, right? Like your energy isn't going to be out there to give to everybody, and it shouldn't be. And you are someone who also seems incredibly wealthy. Now, this could be spiritual wealth as well, but I do feel like you're seen as someone who has a big bankroll, okay? And I know it's not about being gold diggers here, right? But that is something that's very attractive. And especially if you identify with being a masculine, and that's fine if you don't, but I'm just saying, like, that's something that women find highly attractive. Is like, you are in your power, you take care of what you need to take care of, you're seen as being able to afford whatever you need and whatever you want. Or like that you maybe are a trust fund baby, or you come from a very lucrative background. But there's also this energy of being very powerful, right? This is that energy. It's like you command a room. When you walk in, everybody falls silent because they're waiting for you to make your move. And that power is addictive, and it is very tantalizing, and that is something that women are secretly attracted to, is the power that you command. And part of it is like, you might be the strong silent type. You don't say a lot, and when you do say something, there's this expectation behind it that you either listen to me when I am talking, or I'm gonna stop and I'm not gonna say anything else, because you've shown me that you don't care to hear what it is that I'm saying. And that has happened enough times now that when you start to talk, everybody pays attention and focuses on you. And it comes from this, that is severe self-respect, right? That is just knowing that I deserve this, and I am not asking too much for people to listen to me and be present. That's something that I would give to someone else, and that's not something that is too much to ask for sure. And it's not. I also feel like you are someone that has very dark eyes. Like, even if you have bright colored eyes, like, there's something about your eyes that looks like, you know, kind of vampire-ish, or like werewolfish, or, you know, like, just not creepy, but just there's something behind your eyes that's like, you've seen some things, and maybe that's the secrets that you've been holding back. You know, it wouldn't surprise me, especially for you, Pile 1, and not to bring up any trigger situations or anything, but it wouldn't surprise me if you've been to war, or you had served in the military at some point, or if you've been like an officer, or you are an officer, or you know, like field work. I'm getting like field work. You've seen some things, and that is why you are the way that you are. And I feel like loving yourself has brought that to a next level, but it's like you recognize that there's no reason to chase people. If I'm standing in my power, there's no reason. People will come to me that need to come to me, and that's why women are so attracted to you. Wow. I freaking love this. Even I'm getting a little like palm sweaty type energy being like doing your readings. So I feel like there's a lot of people who do, like, when you step into a room, they're like, oh my gosh, Pile 1 is here. Everyone, shh, Pile 1 is here. They got something to say. They're going to say something. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of women might fall head over heels with you when they first see you as well. Okay, this is a very specific message, but I just got an image of a scar across the eye, the right eye in particular, but it could be the left eye, but in particular, I got a scar from almost the forehead all the way down to the lip, or the forehead down to the right nostril, and that is super specific, okay? So that is not gonna resonate with anybody, or everybody, I should say. There's like one person, maybe two, that's going to resonate with, but I feel like that's just the confirmation that yes, this is your reading. And I feel like that's also another thing that makes you very mysterious, because it's like, how did you get that? Or if you have any visible scars. Why we're talking about scars, it's interesting. I feel like women are highly attracted to your scars, because it's almost like you went to battle and you have battle stories, or, you know, like you survived something that was, you know, what is that? What did you survive, right? That was pretty harrowing or pretty painful, or, you know, scary. And that gives you an air of mystery as well. So, Source, why are women secretly attracted to Pile number 1? Yeah, really attracted. You are a very attractive individual as well. Getting like the tall, dark, and handsome vibe as well. But I'm also getting like just that vibe of like, I want to know you, but you don't share anything. And it is mysterious, right? It's the mystery that's behind it. Let's see, what else, Source? Why are women secretly attracted to Pile number 1? We have the Son of Pentacles here. So this is the Knight of Coins. You are slow moving. So you might even talk really, you know, what is that John Wayne quote? Talk low, talk slow, and don't talk too much. I feel like that's you. I feel like you have a very low pitch voice, a very deep voice, and you, hold on just a second. They're mowing, and so sometimes they have to use this back road to go and transition to some of the other places that they're mowing at, and so she's bringing the weed eater right now. They just ride the mowers all along. You could be in landscaping as well, considering that that's happening right now, but they're almost done. I mentioned it on the intro. But I do feel like you have a very low-pitched voice, and when you talk, you're very succinct in the way that you talk. Like, you're not trying to spend a lot of time explaining something. You might give a couple of different explanations, but all the explanations are like within at least 5 words, right? It's very clear. And I feel like women are very attracted to that because you know exactly how to explain things in a very clear way. And even if people aren't understanding right away, like, you have other options to explain to them. You're not trying to make people feel stupid. You're trying to give them options to learn how to do it. But if people are constantly bugging you or badgering you for an explanation, I feel like you just clam up or you just stop talking altogether. So it's like, look, I already told you. I'm not going to sit here and continue to tell you. But I don't think that you are one that pops off right away. Like, it takes a while for you to get to that point where you're just like, look, I already explained it. What more do you need? I've given you like 5 different ways of approaching this. What more do you need? Yeah, you are, and you have a lot of sexual energy around you. Just like a sexual deviant, right? And not in a bad way. No, like, I just feel like women are very attracted to it. They might feel like you're a player, like you have that player type energy. Or they might wonder if you're not a player, like why you're not a player, because you have so much going on for you. Yeah, the 10 of coins. Yeah, they see you as someone who's incredibly wealthy. Like, you've been given an inheritance, or you earned money from an early age. Like, you planted seeds, and now you're seeing the benefit of that. But it's slow. Like, everything that you've done is slow. It's not something that happened overnight. It's something that was given to you over time. They also are very attracted to the fact that you're not afraid to start new things, or you're not afraid to take a chance, to take a risk. And that's something that is highly exciting for them, because they feel like you're very worldly. Like, maybe you've traveled the world, maybe you speak multiple languages. They feel like you're someone who they could see themselves doing these things with. Okay. Let me move this over here. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 1? Yeah, it has to do with your career. You're very set. You could have fame and fortune. Like, you could be really well known, or you could be a CEO or a boss. You also give off very strong fatherly energy. Like, even if you're a woman, that's still just something like a very strong fatherly masculine type energy that women are incredibly attracted to. Okay, and if you're like, oh, I don't want to be in that energy, it's just where you're at right now. This is just that season where you're healing the toxic masculine and stepping into the empowered masculine. And that's okay. We all have to do that. Women, men, non-binary, transgender, whatever. We all have to do it for both masculine and feminine. So this is just that chapter. Own it. It says structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Yeah, they're attracted to your accomplishments. So there's something about your status and your stature. Your status and your stature. Right? Like, but really your status. And I'm not trying to say this because women are gold diggers. I'm saying they look at you as somebody who's a provider. And that's what's so attractive. And I feel like we as a society have really confused that. You know, oh, that means that women are gold diggers. Like, they just want my money. Look, for a woman to feel safe in a relationship, when a provider comes in and is able to take care of her, not to spoil her, not to, you know, buy her fancy things, but to make sure that there's food on the table and that there is a roof over her head without stress, and that she has a way of transportation without stress, right? These are the main things, without stress. The true idea of a provider, whether that's a man or a woman or non-binary, whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter. As long as somebody's coming in and saying, look, we're going to work on this together and we're going to make sure that we both have what we need so that our lives are easier, right? That's that masculine taking lead. It's not being dominating. It's not saying like, I'm the breadwinner, I'm the only one that's working. It's not about that stuff. It's about saying, I'm going to provide a protective, safe space for you so that you can be in your feminine energy. And that's what I think we as a society have gotten mixed up in saying like, oh, you know, like, what about this? We shouldn't have gender norm roles and we shouldn't do this and men don't have to be the breadwinners, because it's not even about any of that. It's not. But, you know, think about it. If as a man, right? And I want to talk to my men for just a second here, because this is really geared towards men, but it can be for anybody. But we're gonna talk about this for a second. As a man, if you imagine being, you know, a deadbeat man, right? For a minute, you're relying on a woman who doesn't make as much money as a man anyways, because we're still trying to get equality as men and women across the board. We're not even talking about race and background, right? Which is a whole nother tree branch, and tree branches of factor in this, but just gender here, okay? So you have this energy where it's like women are already making less money than men, and that's across the board. And you have a guy who's not working, who's relying on a woman, but who's also relying on a woman to be a mother to him, who's relying on a woman to take care of everything for him, to work 40 hours, to come home, to cook, to clean, to lay out his food, to basically put his bath on. She has kids and he gets to sit on his butt watching TV and doing nothing while she also has to take care of the kids. You know, that is putting a woman in her masculine energy, and it's also putting a woman in a very off-putting energy as well. It's not a very sexy place to be at. And for you, pile one, you're the opposite of that. Like when women see you, they feel like you're going to provide a safe environment for them so that they can be in their soft energy. They don't feel like they need to come hardened to you. They feel like they can come vulnerable to you, and that is so much power. I don't even know if you actually realize how powerful that energy is, but it is. It's incredibly powerful. And yes, part of it's because of your status and the money that you have, but it's more than that. It's just when they see you, they feel like you're someone who would care deeply about them and make sure that they are taken care of emotionally in the way that they need to be. And that is what gives you all this sex appeal. So you could be someone who's a really good listener as well. There have been a lot of women who have come and brought stories to you or brought issues to you, and you've listened, and maybe you've given advice, or maybe you've just been the ear that they needed without judgment. And because of that, you have all this sexual energy that is just flying about you, where women are like, pile one, I want you, okay? You are my number one choice. You'll be my number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 100 choice, because nobody does it like that. Nobody. Okay? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know this was on the bottom of the deck. We have Scorpio energy here. What? Intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Like, you're a very intense person. You might be really off-putting to a lot of people, but there are women here who just are all up on that. They're like, oh, that's the person for me. Like, that's the person that I need in my life. And they might actually compare a lot of people that they've known to you. And that's something that you might have noticed that's happening. So it would not surprise me if you are a Scorpio. And I said that. I mean, you've got all Scorpio energy up here. But again, the dark and mysterious energy coming in. Wow, just next level. Next level. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 1? You know, okay, so I'm going to say something here, and y'all know I don't curse on my readings. And if you don't, well, that's just how it is. I usually don't curse, but honestly, I was getting this energy right now. It's like big D energy. There's something about that, okay? And it's like, whether or not it's actually the truth, okay? It doesn't even have to be the truth, but it doesn't mean that men, or, you know, even masculine women, or, you know, whatever, they can't stand in that big D energy, okay? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then that's not for you. So, but we're just gonna go with it. We have the eternal gatekeeper. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. You are a protector. You're a provider and a protector. For a woman, it doesn't get more like aligned than that. That is something that is, you know, you're not going to stampede on her. You're not going to put her in a box. You're not going to try and make her feel small. You want her to do her best, and you want to lift her up. That is so, oh, where can I sign up, huh? Oh, pile one. I'm really glad I did this reading. So I brought out a deck that I have not brought out maybe since the first year that I've had this channel. So I felt really called to do it. I don't remember what it's called. That's how often I bring it out. It's just a love oracle deck, and it's a unique deck. And so we're going to get one of the cards from it. So source, what else for pile number one? This one right here. All right, on the bottom, we've got Albert Einstein. Ooh, so they think that you're incredibly intelligent and smart. You hold a lot of wisdom, and you are someone who isn't afraid to share your wisdom, but you're also not out here making people feel small because you might be actually smarter than they are. Okay, we have objects and mirror closer than they appear. The distance between two objects is always relative, and the simplest things are sometimes the most complex. Yeah, I feel like, why do I hear that song Simple Man right now? And I think Lynyrd Skynyrd sang the first version of that. But the version that I love the most is the one that's done by, oh my gosh, I can't even remember their names right now. Baby, be a simple man. Oh, if you do this for me, son, if you can. Oh, there's a newer version done by it. I wish I could remember who did it. It's, I want to say Simple Plan, but it's not Simple Plan. Oh, they're going to drive by on the rocks, guys. Hold on, I'm going to pause it. There's 3 of them. Anyways, yeah, so Simple Man is coming out as well. And I feel like that's just it. You might be very simplistic in your routines, and that's perfectly fine. I feel like peace is the most important thing to you. It's not about extravagance. Like, you know, yeah, you might get wild here and there, and you might have a lot of fun when you go out with your friends or whatever, but I do feel like mainly it's just about simplicity. It's like, I go to work, I come home, I take care of what's mine to take care of. I'm not trying to live outside my means. I'm just really trying to make sure that I do the best that I can each and every day. Yeah, so we have koi fish here. You could be a Pisces as well, or you could have Pisces highly aspect in your chart. It says there's always enough. This is what I feel like. It's like you've done so much in your life that you have enough money to do whatever you want. Like, you don't struggle, you don't stress about a lot. And, you know, if you are, that's the energy that you give off, that you don't struggle or stress about anything because you take care of what you need to take care of. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you work in the oil fields, or if you work on the docks, or if you are like the guys that go and do the fishing, you know, the extreme catchers or whatever it is that do like crabbing and deep sea fishing and all that, like 6 months of the year, and then you have 6 months off. Like, you give that type of energy where you work the jobs that nobody else wants to work, and they're the really difficult jobs. They might be really manual, intensive labor jobs. They don't have to be, but it's just something that a lot of people wouldn't do. Also, on the other side, it could be that you're just very high up in the work industry, or you do things that are something that is only a dream. So like, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a musician, maybe you are someone that, you know, has created a life. You could be an author, a writer, You could be something along those lines. Okay, so it's kind of all over the place, but that's the energy that you're giving off. So it's like, even if you might have times where you feel like you're struggling, you don't give that off. You give off a very safe, calm type of energy. Yeah, claim your independence. You're a very independent person. You're not relying on anybody. You don't. You know you have to take care of yourself. And, you know, it seems like a no-brainer, if you will. But honestly, a lot of people have family and friends that they can rely on, that they can go to when things get hard. But I feel like you maybe don't have that. You don't have that support system, or like you even if you do have that support system, there's a part of you that at one point said, I'm not going to rely on them like that anymore, because that feels like it's too much of a burden. And women feel that, and that's why they're really attracted to you. And you make them feel like a queen. I love this. I love that queen came out here. It says, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So again, that confirmation that you're protecting others. You are also seen as someone who can get soft and vulnerable when needed. And that is such a powerful trait. With the shadow, it becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling, and demanding. So I feel like the thing here is that women feel like they can be in their queen energy. They can be in their empress energy when they're with you. And that makes them feel good and safe and like $1 million. We have the advocate here, inspires you to put compassion into action. And the shadow is embracing negative causes or committing to a cause for personal gain. So you could speak up for people who don't have a voice as well. And that's something that women are secretly attracted to. They see you speaking up for someone and they're like, oh wow, pile one, that's so sexy. That's so amazing. I love that you do that. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number one? Thank you. On the bottom, Cancer, we've gotten so much water in this reading, which tells me that you're very comfortable being in touch with your emotions. And that is a very good thing. We have soften your heart. That's the energy, right? That's that you can allow women to soften. You can allow them to be in their soft energy. But also you know how to get into that soft energy as well. And it's not insincere. It's very genuine. I have the hiccups all of a sudden here. Wow. Okay. On the bottom, we have ideation. Yeah, you're an incredibly creative person. So even if you don't have a creative job, like you're just naturally creative, it wouldn't surprise me if like when you go home, there's something that you work on that's your hobby. You know, it could be building something, making something, creating something, programming something. But you're a very creative person, and women are secretly attracted to that as well. All right, let's get one of these, and then we'll see what we've got here for you. What else, source, for pile number one? Thank you. I was actually really excited to do this reading today. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You're seen as someone who forgives easily, but not at the cost of your self-respect, right? You allow people to be who they are, but also when the time comes or when the necessity is there to set solid boundaries, you do just that. So it's not at the cost of your self-respect. This card came out a lot too in the other reading that I did. We have the key to intimacy. It says intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. This journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. And so I feel like that's the thing, like women are super attracted to you because you're not like anyone that they've ever met before. And that in and of itself, it shows them that there are other types of people out there to love. Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, there's something very fancy about you. It says, don't run so fast that you can't be caught. And that's what I was saying. Like, you don't run, you don't chase, you just let people come to you. It says, you can be a big fan of marriage, just be an even bigger fan of diamonds. And true friends last longer than marriage, however many times you marry. So you could be someone that's been married, you are married. Like, you might be off the market, but it doesn't mean that women aren't going to be attracted to you, right? It's like, hey, I might be married, but I'm not dead, right? Like that type of energy. But I do feel like there's something very high class about you, very, like regal. There's something very regal about you. Kind of like James Bond energy is what I'm getting here. 11th house, build your community. Yeah, so you have a lot of good friends around you as well, or you do have a lot of good connections. Maybe it's not friends, maybe it's connections, really high connections, right? You have people that you can go to when you need something or when you are trying to network. So this could be you have a large network of people. I know I said earlier, it doesn't feel like you have a lot of people to lean on, but maybe you do. Not a lot, but you have a small group of people that are like your ride or dies. And that's something they find very attractive. Yeah, you might be the dark and silent type, but you're still just happy. Like, you are a happy-go-lucky person. Like, life isn't so difficult or so hard that we have to be in a down mood all the time. So I feel like they are secretly attracted to the fact that you always have, maybe not a huge, I don't see you as someone who smiles like this big toothy grin, but I do see you as someone who smirks or who has like a little side smile a lot. And maybe you laugh a lot too. And I do feel like you have a laugh that reverberates. Like, when I said that, I felt it in my chest. And so I feel like when you laugh, it booms. And people love that. Surrender. I can release my need to control. And I feel like that's another thing here is like, you're not a controlling person. And women are highly attracted to that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this card. I'm going to read this from the book, okay? Octopus. Many arms. I feel like you've got so much going on for you. Like, you may have a lot of things that you do all at one time. All right, let's see. Where are you at, octopus? What do you call multiple octopuses? Is it octopus or is it octopi? I don't even know why I'm asking. Just for the sake of silliness while I try to find it in the book. Come on, you're in the waters. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, so we have reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. Okay. So I do feel like at one point maybe you had a lack of boundaries and you learned how to fix that, or you learned how to stand strong in that. It says the octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind, someone who's incredibly sharp, paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. That's why I say maybe you've been married multiple times or had a lot of relationships in your life. It says the octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm, and it may be a very old habit to change. So this could be what I was talking about earlier. Like, you may listen to a lot of women's problems. Whoa, why are we zooming in and out? What is happening here, homie? Homie, come back. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it to zoom out. Usually it gives me a little bubble that I can press over here, but no, not today. Okay, I don't know why it was zooming in and out. I don't even know when it started. So, but I feel like that is what we were saying, is that, you know, well, a lot of women might tell you their stories and you have a really good listening ear, but that also could indicate a lack of boundaries, like saying, you know, like, hey, I appreciate you wanting to share this with me. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to say, this is just too much. This is too much. I feel like you might need to go to someone else that you might trust more about this story, even though I'm a great listener or whatever. So I do feel like you have learned how to set solid boundaries in your life. And that those boundaries actually make you more attractive. So it says, when in balance, you're interested, engaged, and intelligent. Yeah, you're very present with people. It says, when out of balance, you can be needy, clingy, or lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself and talk therapy. Wow, I love this reading. This was a great reading, truly. Okay, so this is what I see here for you, pile number 1. If you feel like this was your reading, I don't know if there's an octopus emoji down below. I don't. So if there isn't an octopus, leave a fish emoji down below and say, by letting myself be present and engaged with others, I allow my attractive traits to show up and be seen. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, please check out the description box. It will have everything that you need. And with that, I would like to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this very powerful message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this yellow jasper, or if you were drawn to this dice with the first house on it, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on why are women secretly attracted to you. First, I would like to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of the journey with me. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And if you're new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So really quickly, I just want to mention, if you didn't catch the intro, this is a tandem reading, and I don't know if I actually said that in the intro or not, but I just wanted to touch on it. 2 days ago, I posted why are men secretly attracted to you? So if you want to watch both of them, you absolutely can. But what I would just like to point out is that from here on out, I am going to be doing them both together. So if you see one, the other one will show up or has already been posted just before, right after this one, okay? So I just wanted to point that out because I do feel like the men one is the one that's requested the most, but I actually do get quite a few requests for why do women secretly like you as well. So we're going to get into it, okay? Source for pile number 2, why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? What would you like to share with us today, Source? So we have the 10th house, we've got Pluto, and we've got Aries. Ooh, you are giving big boss energy right now. You could own your own company. Could work in investments too. I feel like you might be an investor, and that's something that women find attractive, like you're preparing for the future, right? It's not all about living in the here and the now, and sometimes reminding ourselves that is very important. But you could be an investor, you could be planning for the future. You are someone who's very dedicated, disciplined, controlled. You're in control of your emotions. You're not overly emotional, but I do feel like you are passionate. You have a very big personality. You could tell jokes. You could like to tell jokes. You might be a little loud, but it doesn't mean that you are incapable. You're actually incredibly wise. You're very smart. You're very talented at what you do. But I do get this sense that you're someone with a very big personality. Like, you might joke around with your friends a lot. You might have a good time with everybody in your workplace, or you might be the person that everybody, like, when they're down and out, they come to you because they know that you're going to make them laugh. Like, you know how to make people smile and laugh. You could be a comedian, shoot. Awesome if you are, and welcome. But I do get that energy from you. I also feel like you're really good at telling stories, you know, not necessarily lies. That's not what this is. This is like, you know where to put the punchline. That's what I just heard. You also give off a lot of sexual energy. Like, women want to jump your bones. I'm not even kidding here. There's this energy like, I just want to jump your bones, pile number 2, for sure. It's interesting. This is like, there's a lot of energy, but there's not a lot that's coming through with the dice, but I'm feeling it. And I feel like you have a really broad chest, or like you're very thick arms, huggable arms, a huggable chest. Like women just want to lay their head on your chest. Ooh, I feel like you might have some really fancy watches, or like your smartwatch looks really fancy, or like maybe you wear Rolex. I don't know, what other fancy watches are there? You know, those ones that are like military watches? Maybe you have a military watch. The ones that's like a diving watch, those are really cool too. But you might wear a watch. That's like really specific, but it's coming through. Alright, well, let's see what else comes out. Alright, we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot today. So, Source, why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? You smell really good. I just got like a whiff of some really good cologne. I couldn't even tell you what it was. Maybe Aqua de Jo, or what is it, like the Axe body spray, or maybe like Old Spice. The Old Spice cologne, or the Old Spice, what is it, the aftershave? The one that smells, it reminds me of like a man's man. I can't even tell you, like, well, I know Old Spice has definitely branched out from their original. Maybe you use Old Spice. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2, Source? What would you like to share with us? Yeah, you're someone that women just really see the whole package with, and you are a leader. You know, it's interesting because the 10 of Cups in the Tarot Marseille, it's like, when you think about the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's just like total fulfillment, like happiness, right? But it's not like that in the Tarot Marseille. The Tarot Marseille, the 10 of Cups, is being a leader. It's being able to lead others it's like using their emotions to teach them how to lead themselves. And that's what you do. Like, you're capable of helping others find paths to learning how to be their best selves. So maybe you're a coach of some kind. You could be in physical training, like a physical trainer or a physical coach. Maybe you do, what are the competitions? You know, like the body competitions where you work out really hard and you're really cut, you're really ripped, and you do those types of competitions. You don't have to, but you could lift weights is definitely coming in as well. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? You have a really good physique. This is too many, Source. I'm putting these back. Oh, they want that one. Okay, it just popped out as I put those back. So thank you, Source. For pile number 2, why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? Yeah, it's almost like you look like you aren't real. Like a Greek god or a Greek goddess, you know, like there's this energy where it's like you don't look like you're even real. People might see you and be like, oh my gosh, is pile 2 actually a real living human being? What? So you're incredibly attractive. Yeah, Ace of Coins on the bottom. Like, you're a gift to the earth. That's what women are secretly attracted to, because they cannot get enough of you. You are eye candy to the next level. Like, you might see people taking pictures of you sometimes. Did that person just take a picture of me? What the heck? It's because they can't believe that you're real, right? You could do cosplay too, so that's something that's a very specific message that's coming in. And if you do cosplay, like, that's like the chef's kiss here for a lot of women. And if not, that's okay. I feel like there's a lot of women who are like, ooh, he, she, they could do cosplay, and Oh, I know exactly what I would want to dress them up as. But yeah, there's this, like, you almost look like you don't exist in the real world, like as if you walked straight out of a movie or out of an anime or out of a book or out of, you know, another alternate world. The Nine of Cups came out. See, like, yeah, your wish fulfillment energy here. You're also giving vibes where it's like you're not afraid to cry or you're not afraid to get emotional when it's necessary. You know, it's like you're not trying to hide your emotions. So say something really difficult is going on, like you're someone who's willing to get emotional because you know the benefits of being emotional. The Five of Swords. Ooh, you're surrounded by a lot of negative people though, but you handle it with grace. I feel like there's people in your energy that are trying to drag you down, and there's a lot of women here who see you handle them with tact. And that's something that they're secretly attracted to. Like, you're never brought down. You never lower your vibration. You never bring yourself down to this person or these people's level. Like, you're always overcoming the negativity. It's also giving me that vibe. You know, the Five of Swords also talks about overcoming negativity. And so with this, the 10 and the 9 of Cups together here at the beginning, we see that essence of happiness, of you know, feeling like it's like maybe like the jokester, or maybe you're really good at making jokes about the hard things in your life. Like, again, always knowing where to put the punchline. And maybe that's how you beat up your haters, is with jokes. You just know how to joke in a way where everybody's gonna laugh. And it's not necessarily meant to be mean, but it is a set of a boundary where it's like, look, if you want to be the butt of my joke, keep picking on me. And it's like I feel like you give people ample time to stop, but then when they don't, it's like you come in with some like zingers that really everybody in the office or everybody at work or everybody in where you're at, all your friends, whatever, they'll all laugh. And it might make this person feel really self-conscious or really aware that everybody's paying attention to the way that they're treating you when they didn't have a right to treat you that way. So I do feel like that's something that women are really attracted to. Like, I keep hearing crowd work. I'm getting, again, an essence of a comedian here. Maybe you go and you do comedy work. You know, like you could do open mic night or something like that, and you might be someone who really is good at working the crowds. Like, if people are being hecklers or, you know, they're just being really cruel to you, it's like you are capable of coming in with some really good, like, one-liners that make them shut up. It's like, make them question their life for a minute. Like, wow, I probably should not have come at pile 2 that way. But you do it in such a way that it brings joy to other people. And, you know, it's like, I would never, ever, ever encourage, you know, putting other people down or making fun of people. And I honestly don't feel like that's you, pile 2. I feel like this is something that happens when they don't stop. Like, you've given them warning after warning after warning. It's like, cool, I've warned you. Are you sure you want to go down this road? And they keep going down that road, and you're like, all right, cool, you've had enough time to stop, to respect my boundaries, so this is where we're going to take it. And it feels like it's always public. Like, it always happens in the public. That's what this feels like. And that's something that women are actually really attracted to. Because you don't fight with your fists, you fight with your words. That's what I'm getting. I love that. But it's also because you're capable of coming into that sensitive place. Like, you might be very empathic of others as well. Like, when people are struggling, like, you may notice that they're struggling and be like, hey, are you okay? Like, is there anything that I can do? What can I help you with? Like, you're someone that goes out of your way for others. And that is a trait that women just are immediately like, oh, pile 2. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I want that. You know, when women feel emotionally safe, like, that's something that I did talk about a little bit in pile 1 as well. It's like, when women feel emotionally safe, like, it doesn't matter what the person that they're attracted to looks like. If that person, whomever they are, can make them feel emotionally safe, that person will have that woman, if she's in her healed state, if she's in her goddess energy, in her empress energy, they will have her for life, and she will be loyal like no one else. But a lot of people nowadays don't know that, or they don't know how to create that safety for others. But it does feel like you are able to do that. Create safe, emotionally safe environments. 7th house. We have profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. So you could be married. You don't have to be, right? But I do feel like a lot of women see you as marriage material. They see you as someone they would like to marry, someone that they would like to be with. And that they feel like it would be something that you would build together. Yeah, you have some really powerful energy. Big energy. Like, it's interesting because they keep showing, I can't make this up, they keep showing me Santa Claus, okay? Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. And please, I'm not calling you fat or anything, or old or anything like that. It's just this holly jolly, like, big energy. It's just like, you know, like, if Santa Claus walks into a room, and, you know, someone that's good Santa Claus, right? That good Santa Claus, everybody's going to naturally just be drawn to him and be like, hey, you know, like, I want to go and hang out with them because they know where it's at. Like, they're laughing, they're having fun, they're bringing joy to everyone. Like, it's a good energy. And that's the type of energy that you have. Like, I really like this. It wouldn't surprise me if you do play Santa Claus at some point, or if that's something that, like, you've thought about, like, I would love to do that for kids, or I would love to be in that energy. So we have broken dreams. Only you can accept or reject your dreams. Yeah, and so I feel like that's the thing. Like, you have been through some really difficult emotional breakups. Like, I feel like you have had your heart broken many times by many women or by many people, friends alike. There's a betrayal that's coming in as well. And I feel like the betrayal, it was something that, like, you dreamed that the situation, not the betrayal, you dreamt that the situation was going to happen and that it was going to be good for always. And then the betrayal happened. And it was like realizing, is this really the only dream that I have in my life? And so I feel like you getting back to yourself has been quite the journey. And there's parts of you that may feel fragmented, and it may be hard to see yourself in some of the ways that I'm describing you. Like, you may resonate with it, but seeing it from your eyes, you know, it's like when you look in the mirror and it's like, am I really all those things? Like, am I really that good person? Am I really that happy person? Am I that person who puts smiles on people's faces? Like, it might be really hard for you to see that yourself at times. And I feel like this gives you almost like an air of melancholy behind the happiness that is drawing women in, because it's almost like for them seeing you make others happy, they see that there's a sadness there and they want to know what it is that makes you happy. And so it's not even a fix-it energy. That's not what this is. It's just they want to know what that is so that maybe they can help be a balm on something that is really distressing to you. Emotional energy. Yeah, whoa. It was a squirrel that just jumped on the roof and it scared me so much. I just literally like about jumped out of the seat. We have emotional energy. Emotions are messengers that to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are someone who's very emotionally in tune. Like, and I feel like that comes from having a broken heart. I feel like that comes from this energy here. But that's something that women are actually highly attracted to when it comes to you. Is like, you're very empathic. You're very in tune. You're very tapped into what's going on emotionally around you. And I do feel like there's maybe you had a hard time setting boundaries at some point with that, but I don't feel like that's the case anymore. I do feel like you're good at setting boundaries now. Like I said, and that might be where the joking comes in as well, right? Like your joking has been a way for you to maintain those boundaries in situations that had been very difficult to maintain before. So this is a deck, I haven't brought this deck out in a while, but I felt called to bring it out today to do this reading. And so it's just a love deck that I have that it's a unique deck, and I like it, but I don't bring it out that often. So we've got Sigmund Freud here. Yeah, you help others through emotional distress, for sure. It says the virtuous content themselves with dreaming what the wicked do in real life. The behavior of a human in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his life. And pure masculinity and femininity is not to be found. So this shows that you're in that fluid state where you can embrace both the masculine and the feminine side. And neither one of them is like super dominant within you. It's you're able to move according to where you're at on your journey. Right? And there's this energy where it's like, again, that with the human in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his life. Like this is that energy that I was feeling, like women are very sexually attracted to you. And I feel like that's it. Like sexually wise, that would be something that's super fulfilling to them because you would tap into their emotional state, and that connection, you know, that takes a woman much higher than just the physical act. And that's what it feels like here. Yeah, open to the infinite, flying out with starfish. Open to the infinite possibilities. Like there's so much that you're capable of, and there's so much that you can do. And I don't feel like you're just a one-trick pony. Right? I feel like you are capable of doing so much, and you have so many different talents. Like you could sing, you could play instruments, you could have a talent for making funny voices, you could have a talent for art, you could have a talent for painting, for graphic design, you could have a talent for coding video games, you could have or for building websites, or for just building hands-on building, machine work, blowing glass is coming in as well, metalworking, engineering. There's a lot that's coming in. Whoa. It's like there's a lot of talents that you have, and so you're like a Jack or a Jill or a person of all trades, and that's something that women are highly attracted to. A rebirth is assured. Yeah, you've changed. So a lot of the women here have seen you go through some sort of transformation. They've seen you at maybe your worst, or maybe at your lowest point. You know, like I said, if you have been broken, that betrayal, maybe there's a lot of women here who watched you go through that betrayal and watched you heal from that betrayal. And that makes you more attractive because it shows that you're capable of working on yourself, on your shadow and on your emotions, and healing yourself from traumas that you might have been carrying. We have the dilettante. Yeah, delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Yeah, I feel like you're very artistic. Like you're very creative. You do a lot of different things. I was just getting that energy with this open to the infinite possibility. And so we have that confirmation here. Like there's a lot of different things that you do. There's a lot of different things that you like to tap into. Or you like to learn a lot about history, or you like to read books, or, you know, it could be anything. It could be anything. We have the shadow is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So I do feel like you've dealt with people who've been know-it-alls, and they're not very good know-it-alls. You know, know-it-alls never are very good know-it-alls. And then there's people who are really arrogant about the things that they know, and I don't feel like you're like that. On the bottom, we have solar eclipse. Watch doors of opportunity swing open. Yeah, so you make your life. You believe in making your life and your fate and creating opportunities for yourself. And that is something that women are secretly attracted to as well. What else? frustration. Yeah, I feel like this is coming back to that betrayal. It's like, you didn't deserve that. And I feel like that's just something to point out here too for you pile twos. There's a lot of people who saw something happen to you out, you know, and it could have been in public, or it could have just been they heard about it through the grapevine or whatever it was. But there's something here that really you didn't deserve to go through, and it created a lot of frustration because you are a good person. And that's why I said I feel like you have a hard time honoring and seeing that about yourself. Like, am I really a good person? Like, if I was such a good person, then why did XYZ happen to me? Sometimes bad things happen to really good people. That's because life is so dualistic in nature. It's a contrast. So it's like, you could be the most pure person on the face of the planet with the most happy-go-lucky and most beautiful energy ever, and that doesn't exempt you from having to deal with what this life entails. And I wish that it did, you know, especially because you are such a beautiful soul. Like, you have such a wonderful soul, and it's just this big, I just want to, like, you're like a big teddy bear, and I just want to be around you. And it's, you deserve someone in your life, and you deserve a lot of people in your life who honor that about you, that you are capable of feeling. And just because, you know, you've been told not to, or because people think that you don't deserve to, or whatever it is, like, that's not a reality. That's the illusion. And so I think reminding yourself that you are someone who's worthy of love and you are an amazing person is so vital, because that helps with your confidence. Because it's interesting, we haven't really gotten any fiery energy in here except for Aries. And where Aries can talk about confidence, yes, but it's interesting that it didn't come up. So there are times when people see you as being self-conscious, but it doesn't take away from your sexual prowess, if you will, right? Like, it doesn't take away from your attraction. It doesn't, but it would add to your attraction, and that takes time and patience to build. So if this is resonating with you, what I'm saying, reminding yourself every day that you are a great person, you are a good person, you're an amazing person, you are unique, and you are worthy of love. And don't expect it to change overnight. Don't expect it to change tomorrow. Don't expect it to change in a month. But if you show up consistently, pile two, then it will change. One day you'll wake up and you'll know, this is who I am, and I've always been this person. And that will definitely aid in your attraction. But you're already a very highly, highly wanted, desired, and attractive individual. Yeah, finding peace. I feel like you have found peace with the situation that happened, but I do feel like it left you with scars that you're still facing. And while you're at peace with it, it's like still dealing with the blowback from that situation, right? That's never easy. And broken hearts are not easy. You know, it's like everybody in the world is going to end up with a broken heart at some point, but you know, there's just no saying like, well, everybody's gone through it, so get over it, because that's not how it is. It affects us all so vastly differently. Yeah, we have judgment coming out here. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Isn't that interesting as I was talking about this? Right? So you're definitely not alone. And I don't feel like you're a judgmental person. Maybe you could have been at some point in your journey, but I don't feel like you are anymore. I feel like you're just, I do feel like you self-judge a lot. Like you may self-blame and have some self-hate at times. And that might be why you use comedy to kind of cover up the hurt as well. It's something that you have seen reactions to, and oftentimes that will be like, oh, okay, I can rely on that. Like that at least makes me feel good. But I don't feel like it's all about the reaction anymore. I just feel like you've learned how to manage that for yourself, and that's something that you actually enjoy, is the comedy. But it could have been at one point a coping mechanism, and I do feel like you've dug into that and learned more about that. Yeah, success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love, and to love oneself needs to be brought up here for you, pile 2. I do feel like it's important for you to love yourself. Opposition. Okay, so this is that betrayal and that hurt that was happening. We have imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Like, you have such a big personality that it wouldn't surprise me that someone would want you to feel small, because it would really rub raw on their demons. But look, pile 2, that's not your business, right? That's their business, and that's theirs to deal with. And if they're going to take it out on you, then you have a right to walk away, right? And you don't deserve that. You don't deserve it to be taken out on you. But just remember that we can't control other people's actions. And I feel like that's just something to keep in mind, that it's okay for me to walk away, right? That's okay. But I do feel like because you've overcome something here, that is something else that makes you highly attractive to women. That's why I was saying that melancholy that's coming out, right? That sadness that's beyond the bright eyes. Queen Victoria. Wow. It said, I would venture to warn against too great intimacy with artists, as it is a very seductive and a little dangerous. Yeah, so you're very seductive. So you could very well be very artistic. It says, no girl would go to the altar if she knew all. And the important thing is not what they think of me, but what I think of them. What a powerful message to come in, especially what we were just talking about. Thank you so much, Source, for that confirmation that I was feeling. It was so strong coming in, right? That's the important thing. It's not what they think of you. It's what you think of them. That's the only thing that matters. And sometimes we forget that. And it's like, oh no, what do they think of me? Like, what, what about this or what about that? That doesn't matter. None of that matters. Because if you notice that they're not a good person, or if you notice that they're toxic for you, if you notice that they're not vibing with you, that's the thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. So we have Midas and Miser. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. The Shadows, hoarding money and emotions. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So everything you touch turns to gold. I just feel like that creative essence that's coming out. You're seen as an artist, and that is what women are secretly attracted to, is that essence of being an artist. And you're very lucky. We have Benefics here with let the blessings unfold. So women do feel like you're very lucky. They feel very lucky to know you as well. I feel like just people in your life in general feel very lucky to know you, pile number 2. I don't actually know if you realize how many people are rooting for you. And the list is long. Like, it does feel like a very long list, but when you don't believe in yourself, sometimes it's hard, or maybe you're trying to believe in yourself and wondering, like, does anybody else believe in me? There's a lot of people who believe in your potential. They believe in who you are. And there's a lot of people who feel really lucky to know you. And I feel like especially a lot of women around you who feel very lucky to know you. And whether you're in this for getting connections with other women or not, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not about that. I do feel like you have a lot of women who are just like, I'm so glad that I know pile number 2, and they can't help but be attracted to you because of you being who you are. Scorpion. Oh my goodness. Now, I do have to mention, you could have come from pile 1 too. Okay, because that was a Scorpio pile. There was a lot of Scorpio energy that was coming in from there. But this is fire energy here. Look at that. We have passionate. Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning. You're super passionate. Competitive. Tends towards isolation. Okay, that's that feeling I was getting. Oh, okay. All right, it says the Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, which is what I was saying. Someone broke your heart and it's still making you question things. Oh my goodness. It says usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual, I can't make this up, fiery but fun self. Wow, what a confirmation. When in balance, you're wild and free and fierce. When out of balance, you can be jealous, resentful, or unresolved. To bring into balance is honesty and forgiveness. Oh my gosh, what a confirmation here for you, pile number 2. I loved this reading. I loved being able to tap into your energy. You are such a beautiful soul, and I hope that you know that. And if you don't know that, I'm telling you that right now, okay? I really am. So this is what I see here for you, pile number 2. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little 4-leaf clover down below and say, I tap into the depths of who I am, knowing that it not only brings me luck, but it also brings luck to the people around me whom I care deeply about. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box. It will have everything you need. With that, I would like to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this truly powerful and beautiful message for you today. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this bloodstone, or if you were drawn to this dice with the Sagittarius on it, again, it's not just for Sagittarius. If you're drawn to it because you are Sag, that's fine. This is just another thing to pick from. Or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be a reading on why are women secretly attracted to you. First, I would like to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey with me. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And if you are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And we do things completely differently here on this channel. So with that being said, should the message happen to resonate with you, it would mean the world to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Quickly, before we get into your reading, I would like to mention that this is a tandem reading. I just recently posted why men are secretly attracted to you as well. And if you're not interested in that, then that's perfectly okay. I would just like to mention that from now on, if there is a man's, whether they're attracted, what they secretly think of you, whatever it is, I am also going to be posting one for women, because I get requests for both and I want to make sure that everybody's included. So let's hop to it and find out, why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? Source, what would you like to share with us today? Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? What messages do you have for us? Okay, you are very, very attractive person. We've got the first house, we've got Aries, and we have Mercury. So women are secretly attracted to you because you are a beautiful person. You are very, very attractive. You're also quite fiery in nature. Like, there's something about you that very passionate. You're a leader. You're not afraid to take charge when there's a need for someone to take charge, but you're also not arrogant or dominating. That is not coming in at all. Like, there's this energy where it's like you're willing to step up and do what needs to be done and to be in that leadership energy when necessary. You could also be a boss, so an owner, a CEO, owning your own business, building something, have a team of people working underneath you. If not, wow, my voice just changed. If not, then that's something that they feel like you are in that energy already. You're also very vibrant and you have a lot of vitality about you. You could work out quite a bit, and you could be someone that is just constantly on the go. You know, it's interesting because not always does the dice that you choose from resonate with the reading or have something to do with the reading, but it's funny because Sagittarians, If you don't know a Sagittarius, if you're not one, Sagittarius are always moving. They are the ones that always get involved in working out like 100% of the time, and always just on the go, on the go, on the go. And I mean, that's just, they're really connected to their bodies. That's something that really helps Sagittarians stay grounded. And so the fact that you picked Sagittarius and that's coming up now, I feel like that's just a confirmation that's coming through here, is that you're really tapped into your body. You really like to take good care of your body. And it doesn't mean that you're super fit or super ripped or anything like that. I mean, you could absolutely be. But I just feel like you're always, like, maybe you're always walking, or you jog every day, or, you know, a lot of cardio is coming in. Not necessarily weightlifting, but a lot of cardio and a lot of leg workouts too. So you could be working on your legs to try to strengthen your legs. Look, there's a lot of people out there on both sides of the scale. There are people who only work their lower body and not their upper body and have no upper body strength. There are also people out there who only work their upper body and not their lower body and have no lower body strength. So I do feel like there's like a balancing out here where you're really trying to balance something out. But I'm getting working on the legs, thighs, and quads especially. You could have had a recent injury in your thighs or in your quads. You could have pulled a muscle. I'm also getting an ACL tear. That's very specific, but it's coming in on the right side. It's been the right side all day, which makes sense because this does point towards masculinity, but it could also be your left side. But a really right side, an ACL tear. I don't know. That's just a really specific message coming in. So we're going to go with it. Yeah, you're someone who also communicates very clearly. Like, you know what you want. You're not afraid to talk about what you want. You're not afraid to communicate what you want with others, or how you want others to treat you. Like, you're very clear about where you're at any given moment. So people aren't always guessing about you. Like, there's nothing that's really, I feel like you're just a real open book. Pile number 3, which is very different from the first 2 piles. And you could be here from the first 2 piles too, and that's fine. But I feel like really you're an open book about what it is that you want to accomplish in life, where it is that you're going, and I feel like that's something that women find incredibly attractive about you. It's like they don't have to guess where it is that you're going, because you are very clear about that. Like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna accomplish this, and I'm gonna move here. It's like you're someone who sets a lot of goals for yourself. And I feel like you're the person who's planning a lot of things out in your life, or you have an idea of the way that you want your plans to go, and you take action based on that. You might not have it written down, but you definitely have it in your head. Like, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put effort towards this. I'm going to do this over here. Like, it's something that's very clear to you. And I feel like a lot of people admire that about you as well. And I feel like a lot of women find that that's incredibly attractive, that people are naturally inspired by you and the way that you show up. You're very confident too. There's this energy of being very confident with yourself. So why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2 source? Yeah, very confident, very secure with who you are. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2? Thank you. You're not thrown off by the situations that are naturally going to happen in life either. I feel like you're very clear. When they come around, you're able to face it head on. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 2 source? What would you like to share with us today? I'm sorry, pile number 3. Did I say 2? It's been a long day. Hang with me, okay? Hang with me. I meant pile 3. I know source knows what I mean. Yeah, you also have, this doesn't surprise me, but all 3 piles have had a lot of like sexual energy, like a lot of women who just really want to be with you sexually, who really want to. So yeah, but there's also just this essence of you kind of give that vibe like you would be really fun in bed. Why are women secretly attracted to pile number 3 source? What would you like to share with us? And you're also so cute. Like, oh, I love this. I love this. Like, you have this very sweet, nurturing energy about you as well. That's why I feel like a lot of women would think you'd be fun in bed too, because, you know, like they can connect with you on a deeper level. They can connect with you even spiritually. And it would be like a very, I just heard like a cosmic connection or like a cosmic experience. That's what they feel like it would be. So we have the 6 of Wands here. Yeah, they feel like you're an ally. Like you're going to be there for them. You're going to stand up for them. You're going to be in their corner, and they don't have to worry about not having somebody there. And that's why women are secretly attracted to you, because they feel like you're the person who lifts them up and cheers them on. And it's not about making yourself small. Like that's just a part of who you are, and you're naturally going to do that. But there's also this energy where it's like you're not afraid of being in the spotlight either. And so it's like even if you were with someone and they were in the spotlight, that's not going to dim your light, and you're not out to dim their light either. It's about us doing this together. And that's something as well. I do feel like there's something that you have shifted, or there's been some sort of transformation that you've gone through recently. Like maybe you were really shy, or maybe you weren't very you were self-conscious and you weren't very confident. And so there's something here where you've made a transformation in your own life, and that's definitely bringing a lot of eyes on you and a lot of attention. Yeah, the Chariot. Going from being spiritually defeated to having a sense of well-being and self again, and recognizing that you're not alone on the journey. That's what it feels like. So it's like realizing that you have the power and the freedom to choose what it is that you want, and then having, this is a win, right? With the Chariot and the 6 of Wands, it's like a huge win that you've gone through recently. And it's something that everybody's seen. It's something that everybody's aware of. So this could be people, like if you go to a gym, like I said, it feels more cardio than anything. Maybe you run with a group of people. You have a lot of people that you hang out with, or this could be a friends group. This could be coworkers. This could be people that are just around every day, you know, like neighbors and stuff. But they've seen you transform your life in a very positive way. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, the truth and clarity. Yeah, and you're just someone who's you're not ashamed to ask for what you want. So maybe that was a transformation. Maybe you were ashamed of asking for what you wanted before, and now you're just, look, if it's something that I want, if I don't communicate that with people, how are they going to know? And so that's that transformation, that shift in perspective. Right? And realizing that this is going to affect you if you're not able to express yourself in a very sound way. But yeah, it does feel like you've had some sort of shift in your energy, and a blending of opposites coming in as well. But also you could be a Cancer. Cancer energy is very highly aspect here in the reading, especially with the Chariot and the Queen of Cups energy. That's Chariot through and, or that's Cancer energy through and through. So you could have Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It wouldn't surprise me if you had Cancer rising, and that's what you present yourself to the world as. Our rising sign is how we're seen to the outside world. And Cancers are very protective of home. They're very emotional, and they're very deep. And they like a sense of safety around them. And that's something. And also Cancers are just lovely. They're so lovely. They're very beautiful people, right? And they're very nurturing, and they make you feel like you're a part of the family. And so I feel like you do that for a lot of people. You make them feel welcome, and you're not afraid to be confident. That's why I was saying, like, lifting women up. That's why they're attracted to you. It's like you're not afraid to stand out, but you're also not afraid to be with someone who's willing to stand out, whether that's a friend, family member, an acquaintance, whoever it is. It's like you're cheering people on. You might be the cheerleader for everyone that you meet. You just want everybody to succeed. You want everybody to do well. And it's like, even though there might be people who aren't in a very good vibe or whatever, it's like you still want them to find their peace, and you still want them to find their place, their sense of belonging. And that's something that women are secretly attracted to when it comes to you. Well, I was 1331 on the clock when I was saying that. So yeah, that mirroring energy. It's also like you meet a lot of people who are very opposite to your energy, but your energy is so powerful that it balances them out in a sense. Okay, we've got fire on the bottom. Yeah, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, you are very confident now. Like, that's the energy that you give off. And confidence, I don't care who it is. You could, people are like, oh, it's all about physical. It's not. And I don't care. It's not about physical looks. Sure, maybe a little bit, but confidence is sexy. Confidence is, that is like the pièce de resistance. I can't say it right now. My tongue is all blah, 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 blah. That's the creme de la creme. Okay, it really is. When someone is confident, and it doesn't matter what they look like, confidence is next level sexy. Like, that's just because it's a vibe. You feel good about yourself. You're not questioning yourself, right? So that's what I'm feeling here. We've got, look, radical self-love. We can only receive the love to the extent that we unconditionally love and live the truth of ourselves. I feel like this is what has shifted for you. You've gone from someone who maybe didn't love themselves so much to someone who is deeply loving themselves. And that makes me feel like you may have come from one of the other piles. If you didn't, that's fine. But I do quickly want to say, if you did watch all 3 piles with me, leave a purple heart down below. That's part of my Purple Heart Club. Or say, I made it. I know what that means. And I just want to say thank you for spending all that time with me. That's a true commitment, and I really do appreciate those of you who do that. And even if you're here just for pile 3, you are still just as important as anybody else that's on these readings. And I just want to say thank you for spending this time with me. Yeah, so there's that shift, is that radical self-love, falling completely in love with yourself. Or maybe before you were self-judging or self-harming, self-hating type of energy, right? Putting yourself down. Okay, so we have Rihanna. This is a deck I haven't brought out in a while, and I decided to bring it out on this reading. I felt really called to, so... But we have Rihanna here. The badder you are, the better it is. Confidence, baby. Confidence. Sometimes you have to stick it out through the storm. You have to be strong to let yourself be weak. That's a thing. Like, you're this person who's so... you're just one of the baddies. You're really a baddie. Like, you're just... And I feel like you went through something really difficult, right? You have to stick it out through the storm. That's what it's saying. It's like, that's that transformation that we're seeing with the Chariot and the Six of Wands here, is that you went through that storm and you came out on the other side completely changed. There was no other way to come through it. We have Whitney Wolfhard. This is interesting because she's actually, I believe, the creator of Bumble. If you don't make the first move, someone else will. Every hour spent staring at a screen is an hour spent alone. It says, beware to other people. Your profile is your true self. And it's interesting here because I feel like there's a lot of women who are really attracted to you and they want you to make the first move. But I feel like maybe you're not sure if women are flirting with you or not. Or if, they're interested. Like, you could... Look. It's not just guys, it's women too. People are kind of oblivious to when other people are giving them signs. And then there are people who are completely aware of it because they're looking for it or whatever, But I feel like that's the thing. It's like, you're not really sure when people are flirting with you or when women are flirting with you. You're kind of like, are they flirting with me? Like, do they like me like that? And so just, if you want to make a move, I feel like that card, the Whitney Wolfhard, is coming out just saying, like, if you want to make a move, pile 3. The world is your oyster. Make it what you will, right? You're the pearl inside. You are. And own that. And it's not from an arrogant standpoint. It's just seeing yourself through eyes of unconditional love and realizing that that's your worth and your inherent value. We have Cow Spirit. Yeah, the miracles are endless. Yeah, some kind of shift here. And again, with 6 and 6 coming out together, 6 is all about unconditional love, seeing ourselves with eyes of unconditional love. It's about resolution, balance, harmony, solutions. So there's something here that shifted where you found a deep inner resolution to something that you were holding on to that has freed you up in a way that's given you so much courage and confidence. And that's why women are secretly attracted to you. Think on your feet. You're so smart. You are so smart. Your intelligence is next level sexy too. Like, you could just know a lot of things, or you could just be very clear about the world around you, like paying attention to the nuance energy that's around you. You're very smart. You're very clever and witty as well. All right, Source, what else would you like to tell pile number 3? I feel like, no, that one doesn't want to come out. Okay. What else would you like to tell? I gotta take off my ring. It just is like, okay, no, okay. I don't know what's happening here. We don't know what's happening. We're just gonna go with it. I needed to get a grip on it. Okay, yeah, the God energy coming through. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Yeah, definitely seeing your light. You are seeing your light, and you're owning that part of yourself, and that's making you shine so bright, and that's what's making you super attractive right now. And the shadow is despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. And I feel like this might be something that you've had to overcome, being used by other people, especially having a light so bright. A lot of people are gonna use you, and it's unfortunate. Also, we have peace coming out here. I am a being of love. I release all negative energy. So you found a sense of peace. And I love that. That's come out quite a bit today, is that sense of peace. But I feel like you found peace after a time of real turmoil. And that's why women are really attracted to you. And it's like, because your essence is peace. We have adversity. So yeah, you've been through adversity. I accept the challenges that challenges are the best way to learn. And I think that's why women are secretly attracted to you, pile 3, is because you've been through a lot, and there's a lot that they've seen you go through, but it hasn't broken your spirit. It hasn't broken you down. You come back stronger every time. Even if you want to throw in the towel, like, there's no option at this point to do so. You just have to keep going, right? You got to go through the storm. 11th house. These could be your friends too, but you're building your community. So you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people. It may be a slow process, but it is happening. And having that community around you is something that women do find attractive, because it means that you're going to have nights out with your friends, and that means that they get to have nights out with their friends, right? It's this energy of not being so, like, we need to get out of this idea that love is we encapsulate each other into our homes and neither one of us sees anybody else, and that's what love is, and we're suffocating each other. And no, like, that's not love. That is codependency. And we need to come back to this place where it's like we're two individuals who are coming together. And as those individuals, it means we're bringing two lives together, and we're going to have to find out how they mesh. But there's also going to be times when we enjoy those lives separately from each other so that we can come back and be even stronger together. But sometimes that idea really scares a lot of people, because they're like really super jealous, or they're really super insecure about themselves. And that's something that I feel like you're overcome, or you're not in that energy at all. And so you're building a strong community around you. And that's something that a lot of women are highly attracted to, because you're creating that space where you're going to be supported by people who appreciate you as much as you do them. Yeah, stop obsessing. So this could have been something that you went through. This could have been the storm that you went through too, is like dealing with someone who is incredibly jealous, or someone who is very, very insecure. For me to talk about it, that would make sense, because it's just coming through, and it's like I have to talk about it when it comes up. But it's like you've been given good luck to overcome something that wasn't yours to carry. And that's what it feels like here with the stellium coming through. There's been ease in relationships after going through a really difficult time with relationships. So it's easy for you to connect with people. It's easy for you to relate to people. It's easy for you to build people up. All right, so on the bottom, yeah, reflection. There's a lot of people who see themselves in you, or you reflect back those old patterns, right? Those old toxic belief patterns that we need to release ourselves from. And so that's something that I feel like a lot of women are attracted to, because they see you doing the work. They see you lifting yourself up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And someone that aligns in those manners is very highly attractive to a woman, especially a woman who has overcome her own BS and has healed herself, right? She wants someone that's going to meet her on an emotional, mental, and spiritual level, not a physical level. That's something that'll come later, and that's just a bonus, right? It's not about the physical connection, and it was never meant to be, but unfortunately, society has brought us to that place where now we're having to reconnect with ourselves and make it more about the others rather than the physical. Square, yeah, you've been through some challenging situations, a mountain to climb. So the women here that are attracted to you are women that have watched you overcome, and they could be from your friend group too. Okay, so that is coming through with these two cards. But they've watched you go through something incredibly challenging, and that's been the energy that we've gotten this whole reading, is seeing you change. They've watched you go from being maybe shy or self-conscious to someone who's very bold and confident now. This came out in another pile too. Key to intimacy. Intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. And I feel like that's exactly what it is that you had to learn along the way, what love was not. And now you communicate what you feel like love is to you. And that's something that women find very attractive. And that's why they're secretly attracted to you. We have the mediator, a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of the argument. You could also have Libra 10th house, or Libra in Jupiter in Libra. Second house placements in Libra. Yeah, so Libra is coming through. Okay. The shadows negotiating with the ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Yeah, so you see both sides of it. Like, it's not like you're just adverse to it now, like, oh no, absolutely not, I'm not. Like, you understand why things were the way that they were. Like, you see both the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. So being able to be in the center and see both sides gives you that peace, that air of being able to deal with any kind of problem that's going to come your way. And that's another reason why women are secretly attracted to you. Not surprised that this came out at all. We've got pain. So women have seen you experience something that was incredibly painful. Now, this could have been a physical injury, an emotional injury, a spiritual injury. Could have been all of the above. This is something that they've watched you overcome, and they've watched you become who you are now. And who you are now is product of what you've gone through, but it's so much closer to the reality and the truth of your spirit. And that's why women are highly attracted to you, like highly attracted to you. Pile number 3. So we're going to take a look at your card. I'm going to read this from the book. Wow, we've got peacock. You can't really get more loud and proud than a peacock, right? Like, standing in the spotlight. You are seen. You are seen by so many people. And you're beautiful. You're a beautiful guy. You're a beautiful woman. You're a beautiful person. You're absolutely beautiful. I love this. Inner beauty is the first thing that comes up here. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. And didn't I say that, like, confidence is key? Like, confidence is more sexy than your physical appearance, and that's what we're seeing here. This is something that's very internal for you, that is just shining out, that women just can't get enough of. The adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So that's exactly what we've been talking about. So it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. Yeah, so you've learned to accept, again, seeing both sides of the coin, right? Seeing both sides of the situation after having that pain, letting go of that pain. Wow, what a confirmation this card is for this reading. It says, when in balance, you are confident and kind. Thank you so much, Source. When out of balance, you can't digest situations that are happening. To bring into balance, meditate on the navel or reconnecting with your solar plexus chakra. Wow, what a synchronistic reading. Truly, pile number 3. This was a very deep reading, and I'm honored I got to connect with you. There's nothing else that I can add to this because Peacock literally summed up the whole of the reading and brought it all together. And I love when that happens. But thank you for being you. And I hope that you know that you are truly, truly appreciated. Not just by me, but there's a lot of people who appreciate you in their life and they're grateful that you're here. And they think that you are literally the next best thing since sliced bread, okay? It's for sure. But this is what I see here for you today, pile 3. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the peacock emoji down below and say, by tuning in to my inner worth and my inner value, I become attractive to the world because I am shining my light as I am in this moment. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, please check out the description box. It'll have everything you need. And with that, I would like to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.